Hey.
Hey, Alejandra.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Hey guys, welcome to the Tide Pool. You are watching us, and we're about to watch I, Tonya, the Red Band trailer.
Red Band, all right.
There's a Red Band trailer of the Tonya Harding movie?
Cuss words, maybe.
Or really graphic knee
Really
violence.
graphic, like knees splitting apart.
Super
I'm so
slow-mo.
excited for this, guys. I'm so excited for this.
Are you excited for this? Why are you excited?
Because I just think, like, one, I saw the little preview trailer, and it's not this kind of, like, slow-moving biopic. It's like, it's got the energy of how kind of crazy this story is in general. You know what I mean? Kind of how wacky it is.
Yeah.
And the Margot Robbie making this turn, I think Margot Robbie's a great actress. Not only is she, like, she's one of those actresses who's, it's kind of unfair. You're like, you're too gorgeous to also be
really good.
Yeah, exactly. But then she is, so it's fine.
So it's okay.
Plus, I remember this when I was growing up, and like I remember all the craziness like surrounding it. So
yeah, it was a real drama. It was kind of a loss of innocence for me as a kid. You're like, oh, the Olympics! I'm gonna watch the Olympics, and then they're like, one American has like assaulted the other American, and I was like, what?
And Nancy Kerrigan's like, no,
like why?
Why? And you're like, what?
Yeah.
That was a crazy.
And now Nancy Kerrigan like kind of like has like a pretty like good. And Tonya Harding is kind of seems a little crazy in the interviews when you see her now.
Yeah.
Tonya, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. Right,
don't come and
watch.
break on me.
Tonya, if you please like and subscribe.
We should have Tonya on.
Should have Tonya on.
The haters always say, Tonya, tell the truth. There's no such thing as truth.
Not anymore, huh?
Everyone has their own truth. I was the best figure skater in the world at one point in time.
Does have that energy.
Skate, for Christ's sake. You're not swearing in front of the kids. I didn't swear, you cunt.
You two fuck yet? You need to see a wholesome American family.
I don't have a wholesome American family.
You skated like a graceless bull dyke. I was embarrassed for you.
My entire life, I've been told I wouldn't amount to anything.
Damn.
No.
You know what? Maybe I would.
She's so nice.
What?
Oh.
4.8. How do I get a fair shot here? We also judge on presentation. Suck my dick.
Getting even the playing field. I know a guy shouldn't even be saying his name. Derek.
Harassment need to be a pile of crap.
That was great delivery.
I never did this.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Yeah. Fourth wall break the whole time.
Yeah.
What was going on?
We're with the FBI.
They know something.
What can you tell us about Tonya Harding?
I don't know it, Tony Harding.
Are you her bodyguard?
That's Sebastian Stan. I had no idea.
Kids, did you ever love me?
I made you a champion, knowing you'd hate me for it. That's the sacrifice a mother makes.
You cursed me.
Yeah. Damn.
America. They want someone to love. They want someone to hate. I mean, come on. What kind of friggin' person bashes in their friend's knee?
You did.
Who would do that to a friend?
Wow.
Stop that.
Wow.
That does look really
that looks
good.
good.
I never thought I'd say that about a Tonya Harding movie.
I know, well,
Wow.
because it looks like, let's be fair, that they're taking quite a few liberties with the character.
You think
like,
when she's shooting the shotgun and then turns to the camera and goes, they
never
never
did
did this.
yeah. But that's fine to make this story exciting and have people go see it. And,
Yeah. Well, and then she says in the beginning, she says, people want to know the truth, and I say, you can't know the truth. You can only have your own truth.
Yeah.
So they're setting us up for a movie that's going to take liberties with everything.
Yeah.
I thought a couple things as I was watching it too. Is like, one, you can't quite make Margot Robbie not good looking enough. Like they tried, and they're like, she's still just really good looking, right? Two, I think
Harding was good looking.
Why is she not that good looking? Okay, anyways, let's move on from that.
Let's move on.
Two, I think that I'm wondering, is this going to make you like Tonya Harding, right? Where some people be upset and be like, Tonya Harding committed this awful crime, and this movie is going to make you kind of fall in love with her a little bit. Is that what's going to happen?
Margot Robbie.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think of like when Charlize Theron played Monster, the Eileen Wuornos story. A lot of the victims' families were really upset because it really humanized and
downplays the people she murdered and the lives she kind of ruined.
Well, it's like well, this is her background. This is why she did those things.
Is why,
so it's kind of like you sympathize.
Yes, you do. Yes, exactly. You sympathize with her. Yeah.
It really, it is true though. But yeah, and then you kind of do have to mentally put yourself in the shoes of the people who are on. Whose lives were destroyed and the families whose lives were shattered, and you go, wait a minute, should we be feeling sympathy here?
Yeah.
But there's a way to do that that does provoke those conversations, and those are good thoughts to be entertaining and thinking about, but you do have to do it right, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, at the end of the day, both of their lives are okay now. Like, neither of them, you know what I mean?
This isn't like the Jeffrey Dahmer story.
Nancy, she still got the silver that year.
Yep.
Did she still got the silver?
Yeah. Oh. And
was it Oksana Bayul got gold?
You know way too much about
that was when you're like, I think you're like a 12-year-old girl or something. And you're like, Olympics.
And I'm pretty sure Oksana Bayul got a 9.3.
I haven't heard anyone say the name Oksana Bayul out loud.
It was a big year of like a lot of talent. And you're like, what is going on? And I was like, I feel like it was the first year I ever watched the Olympics.
Folder full of like all the things that happen that you like go through.
Well, you never like played figure skating with like your cousins, like, and you'd skate on the carpet, and everyone picked like someone was Oksana, someone was Nancy, someone was Tonya.
I did really like what was his name? Elvis.
That really happened.
Of course.
Yeah, you never chose up. You never had those fights about choosing up who gets to be Oksana.
Yeah. And you do your own triple axels on the carpet, and you judge each other.
So real.
This is why I remember these names and stuff, because figure skating's so fun to watch. It's you know, it's probably not as popular now as it was like in the late 90s and stuff, but I remember for sure, like you would like turn on ABC and it would be like August and there'd be some figure skating competition on, and you'd be like, whoa, look at him do that.
Yeah.
I also think too, like with a lot of sports, especially sports that are really like big in Europe and other countries, the American like influence goes up and down. Just like with tennis, it was like we had Agassi and Sampras, and now it's like haven't been like great male American tennis players, or there are, but they're not at the top. Well, when we had Nancy Kerrigan and Tonya Harding, and then the Asian Michelle Kwan.
Yeah. What about Christy
Yamaguchi? We had all these names, you know what I mean? And now it's like, who's the last American woman? The last one I remember is that girl,
the Sugarland, from Texas.
Yeah, she like wasn't supposed to win. Do you remember that whole big thing? And then it was like a big thing, and she won. Yeah. I don't remember who that is. You guys were going so deep on this. Do you tell us what you think about this? Do you guys have anything else to say about this story?
Looks good.
It looks good. It looks awesome. Yeah. Who directed this? I don't know. No one I recognized.
How about how the mom was so intense? I didn't know that she had like a.
Anytime they do one of those. I mean, I feel like that's
all I did was move it. I moved the cursor.
Never learned. Okay,
bye.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
All
I did was, but I have yours is I have the two fingers.